Recording in progress.
I love that light bulb. If we ever had to replace that light bulb, we'd probably have to search the entire country to find one like that.
There it is.
All right, I'm calling the public session back to order at 7:09 p.m. I'd like to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and with that recess, I think we're actually going to take, or with that pledge, we're actually going to take a short recess for a presentation. So, for those who don't know, Diane retired, what, 4 years ago, something like that? No, she technically retired a few months ago, but she was kind enough, she stuck around to help us out. And really, it's kind of like Dustin Pedroia or David Ortiz. They retired, but they still show up for spring training every now and then to help out, right? So it's not like she's going to be leaving town, we hope, or anything like that.
That's correct.
She's still a huge resource for us that's going to be around to help out. But I think, Jim, you have a small token of our appreciation that you have for us.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so Jim has been baking this for the last since Thanksgiving, so
So it should be done.
yeah, hopefully.
I should have opened it for you sooner because those take a while.
I know they do, don't they? All right, well,
That would have been funny.
so Diane, we thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Wouldn't have been the first time we've lost a cake.
Exactly. So we will strive to move on without her full-time service, but
You know, I do have handcuffs you could use. You could
Yeah.
yeah, we're thinking about house arrest or something. Okay, so
Before we move on,
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Yes,
the
absolutely.
newest member of this board for everything you've done.
You're welcome.
As somebody comes on board, there's a lot to absorb and a lot to learn, but you never make the person feel stupid. You're always there to make sure they understand and see the other side of things. And that's a trait that not many people have, so thank you.
You're welcome. I know sometimes I get frustrated with you guys, but
We're a frustrating group, come on.
yeah,
But thank you from my heart,
You're
thank you.
welcome.
yeah, that's a good point. All right. So the board just came out of a non-public session under RSA 91A32C.
Motion moved to, under RSA 91-A-3-2C, that we keep all matters discussed confidential until the opinion of the majority of the board. The circumstances no longer apply, except to provide the bookkeeper with the necessary information for payroll.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, ARPA EOC update. Trish, if you would.
This is getting quicker and quicker.
Oh, I like this.
I know.
Proficiency.
There you go. So a quick update. The security systems that we've talked about at your last meetings,
Yes.
we've received all the equipment. We are now just waiting for Comcast to do their thing. So hopefully we'll be pulling the trigger on that shortly.
a quick one.
Oh.
Comcast.
Oh, Comcast, we're just waiting for them to do the installation of the security systems. Beach and Grady Park.
Are you talking about internet access?
Yes.
Consolidated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why I wasn't.
Strike that. Consolidated. Sorry. Began with a C. I was partly right. Voting booths also have arrived. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at them, any of you. They're in garage door 3 at the Butler Building. Mary Jo and I put one together. They're pretty interesting, easy to put together. Like, I think we did one considering it was, you know, not a born senior, but almost. Both of us, 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes to put it together. It's it kind of folds open like those, you know, umbrella tents. You take them out of the bag and they pop open. Well, very similar. It was very easy to do. And there's 4 stations on each one of the units. We bought 7 units, and in each one of the units is a handicap one, so we can leave a chair there. We're pretty pleased. We're a little bit bummed that they didn't tell us that we needed curtains. So I spoke to Mary Jo today when I was here, and we are going to have to order the curtains, which is really too bad that they can sell this, and it's mandated to have curtains, which we didn't know at the time. She had to check into it, that they didn't tell us, oh, by the way, they don't come with curtains. So now we've got to order curtains at another $2,000. And we've been looking around at prices, and that's about the best we could do. So she was dealing with that today. We hope the residents, you know, nobody likes change. This is new to us. Please be patient when you go in to vote. It's going to look different when we set it up. And just be patient, please.
So do you think we'll have the curtains by?
Yes, yes. This company, although they tried to deliver them first to my house and then to here, they really didn't take directions very well, but we did get them within 3 days of ordering the booths themselves.
Was that the big 18-wheeler that showed up
Yes,
here?
yes. So we've faith that we'll get it within a reasonable amount of time. So again, residents out there in TV land, please be patient. The ARPA work group was still reviewing a few things. The library has been working on quotes for an HVAC system upgrade. We have spoken to a couple of those companies who have said the system itself is going to run forever. They said it's really good. So now we've asked them to just then take a look to see, do we need something else? Do we need, and I'm going to make up my own words because I don't know anything about HVAC, but do we need a condenser? Do we need new filters? What is it that we might need? But 2 of the 4 companies so far have said this, the library furnace is amazing. So considering it's 40 years old, I guess we're lucky with that. So we'll keep you upgraded on that. Recreation, we still, you know we have to do the improvements for the parking lot at Granny Park. Again, that's one of those things that's in our wish list, waiting list. It hasn't started yet. I've talked to an engineer. We know we're going to have to cut maybe 100 feet of trees. Conservation is aware of that. I'll keep you posted. We don't have any prices on that. And the transfer station is also in one of those things we've been working on with the well and the septic, and we'll keep you posted when we get more information on what we're going forward with that. We did find out that the hope is to eventually get them a decent building, and in speaking with New Hampshire Municipal Association, the legal counsel there, she says it is doable to use ARPA funds if we keep the system mobile, not put it on a foundation. Originally, we thought, we talked about let's put like a slab, let's put it on a foundation. She said, if you do that, you're going to have to maybe take it out of the revolving fund or, put it out as a warrant article, God forgive me, residents. But if it's mobile, if it's considered mobile, and it could be used during emergencies, like this is a COVID emergency, so they're calling it a command center that would be stationed for the time being at the transfer station. Now, not that we will necessarily ever hitch up a trailer to it and move it, but the concept of that being movable for emergencies allows it to be, because of COVID, they don't have water, they don't have heat. This whole thing, she gave me some great words for when we finally get it to use for this building. So just so that you know, that's out there. And now it wouldn't be on a slab, it would be on wheels. So Maybe that's good, maybe not. We've got what were the measurements? 24 by 40, I think, something like that. And we know where it would be placed in relation to the generator, which is still coming and going to be on a pad, but everything seemed to be situated where it should be at that transfer station. So that's all good news. So that's the ARPA update, the EOC update. I have just finished writing another grant for the EOC for the month of January for a total of $8,637.84. I'll be working on February. I'm in transit with February because clearly February's not over. And I'll be able to write for March and April. Up to February, oh heavens, up to May 11th, which is when the COVID incident is going to be sunsetted. So what that means for us is I won't get any more money for the message board sign. The supplies, which by the way, I've ordered more test kits and more sanitizers. Once May 11th shows up, I won't be able to get any of that unless I have to pay for it, and clearly we don't want to do that. So I'll keep you posted, but at least we have till May 11th to bring more money in for that message sign and for any supplies, COVID supplies that we might need. Still working on the town culvert grant. That's still hanging out there. And we're finalizing all the financial totals of the December 23rd rain event is what they call it. And the attempt will be, if we meet the threshold that we have to, it's going to reimburse the police department's labor, damage to one of the cruises, the highway department labor, and a little damage here and there, and the EOC and the fire department. So we'll be able to reimburse that if we get that money, and it could go back into those accounts. And that's it for me.
Great.
Thanks.
So, just thinking out loud,
Okay.
and I had asked somebody at a couple of the hospitals, May 11th, when this all ends, the importance of what the CDC is going to recommend, like you were talking about, Trish, because once that ceases and desists, there will be no more funds. So what I'm interested in looking at, as far as the CDC,
Yep.
what they will then say about COVID,
Right.
whether or not they're going to keep it as
An event, so
an
to speak.
event, or does it become just the flu, and then we will no longer have to supply these test kits,
True.
mask, and whatever.
And we had one legal call on that last week. We've got another one this week. So it's kind of like a moving target.
Right.
We also have a new director for Homeland Security, and he is really good, and he's kind of putting their feet to the fire, like, give us an answer, what's going to happen after May 11th. So I'll keep you posted on that.
Okay.
Yep. Anything else?
We should get a cake for that night as well, May
I know,
11th.
right?
That would be nice.
Yes.
Been waiting for
These
that.
curtains that
Yes.
that go around, do they go, because I've seen the stanchions,
Yes.
do they go up above them?
So here's what we think, because Mary and Joe and I thought maybe we could make these, and it really probably would have been comical. People might have come to vote just for this. But we think that there's like a rod that's going to go in the center of this unit, and it's going to have, I'm going to say like wire. That's the wrong word, but think of like a hula hoop, something like that. So it's sturdy, that's going to come out, and then the curtains are going to be funneled onto that hoop so that you can pull it apart to step in and step out. We haven't seen them yet, and it was a shame that they didn't tell us about it. But again, Mary Jo and I talked this morning about it, and we'll see what happens.
See, my concern is if a person's 6 foot tall,
I know.
they can see somebody else's boat.
Well,
I'll let you
it
know.
does have, yeah. So the units do have this little thing that pops up, these little, I'm going to call them vent things, that make it a little bit higher. But if you remember, Charlie, and probably you, as our 6 foot person here, probably Jim if he came to vote, Our current units now, you have to step underneath that bar. And a few people, you know, I've caught them when they've hit their head to make sure they're okay. So it's probably, we're gonna have to watch the same thing. I don't know if the height of this round thing is gonna be like the height of the ones we currently have, but I know some of our taller people do have to duck to get in them. So,
So are we anticipating, assuming we get the curtains, because some of us, you know, that day before the election, we're out there, like I always joke, it's like when the Amish build a house, we get all the volunteers we can get
yep,
to set up for voting day, and then people are coming in the day after to break it down.
yes.
But with the antiquated ones we have, we don't anticipate needing any of those?
None of them, no.
So that's
The
gonna
only
be
thing Mary Jo and I thought is we will still put, so we've got these 7 individual units, and you know how then in the body of, I'm looking at this room, but in the body of the fire station, we then put some of those tables with those little cardboard shields, sit down and
right,
vote here.
right.
We probably still will have some of those.
Sure.
Maybe the big giant handicap one for the wheelchair, I'm not, because that we put the telephone in, you know, if people have, you know, braille needs or whatever. I'm not sure if we'll still need that, we probably will, but all those other old things in the metal containers, no.
So we'll get the details later on. But,
Oh, is that Mary
MJ.
Jo? Oh, hi, honey.
Hi. Okay, Charlie, to answer your question, that the curtains will extend about another foot above the top of what you see. They fit into a post, and then it goes around, like Trish said, it will go around each one, so you're not up against the table, you're covered around, and it's about a foot higher than the top of what you see now. So yeah, tall people will get right under, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, the white booth, yes, the white handicap booth has to stay. That's law. That has to be there. And you're right, we'll put a couple of little ones on the tabletops. But yeah, and the booth, they're real easy to fix. They're real easy to set up.
They are.
Put it on its side, you open the curtain, you roll it out, you flip it up, you extend it just opens right up. Really, 5 minutes. Once you got it, 5 minutes
Yep.
tops.
If she and I can do it in 5 minutes, anyone can do it.
Awesome. So, you know, tentatively scheduled,
Move them wherever you want. Just pick them up and move them. You know.
yeah, so tentatively scheduled Monday morning, the 13th at 9 a.m. is typically when we get together to put these. I won't be there this year. I'll be out of town, but I'll be here the next day to work the polls. But we should plan on that, and if we need to give any, if we need to have anybody like one of the two of you to show,
Sure, I
like the
will.
transfer station people,
Yep.
how to do it and
This is
stuff.
going to be the first time in 12 years that I'm not going to be here, so
Oh, you said that,
MJ, yeah. So Mom's going to be missing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then
right.
we'll just have to make sure that the fire chief knows, so the fire trucks, the 2 that we have to take out, go in the Butler building, but I think we'll be fine with that.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
We haven't had
Thank you.
We haven't had a blizzard on town meeting day in a while, so
Oh, my goodness.
I'm gonna be out of town, so,
Yeah, but you may not make it back, so let's.
well, it's not a bad thing, so. All right, moving right along. So we have a ARPA requisition for the strobe light for the boat for, looks like 200 and
Now, we're,
43.
I wanted to ask, we're sure that that strobe light is the proper one that mounts specifically to that boat?
Yes, we actually went through the supplier so that we know it's the correct mount, the correct colors. I think we had to pay an extra $20 for the correct colors, but yes, it's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome, anybody wanna?
So motion to sign requisition ARPA-2023-004 in the amount of $243.53 for the strobe light kit on the boat, funds to come from the ARPA fund.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, D is to rescind a requisition TS-2023-001 for the DES application fee.
So move move to rescind requisition TS-2023-001 in the amount of $2,000. The town is exempt from having to pay the DES application fee.
Second.
All right, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're already on to other business. Anybody have anything for other business?
Matt, I have one thing I want to ask Trish that I didn't ask when she was up.
Go ahead.
Do I get paid more for coming up more?
Trish, at our last ARPA meeting,
Yes.
we had discussion about a trailer.
Yes,
And the police chief said possibly now, that we may be able to get one from the school.
that's true. I should have mentioned that.
Has anybody contacted them about it?
I did reach out. I'll call again. I didn't get a call back, but I'll check with Chief Jewett.
If you want to wait until next Monday, because I'm busy all week.
Okay.
If you wanted to wait until next Monday, I'll go see Tom Ambrose and
Okay.
check into it,
Okay,
because we might be able to get it.
we
for
might
free.
be get it for free.
Don't quote me.
Free works.
Yeah, that'd be
Email
nice.
Angel.
Yes, Matt or Dan Doyle,
Yeah,
either one.
just send an email and say,
Yep.
hey.
Yep. Matter of fact, I was talking to Dan today. I should have mentioned it to him. Okay,
Yep.
I'll do that,
Yeah,
Charlie.
we
Thank you.
definitely would want to inspect it and make sure we're not taking a piece of crap off their hands.
True.
Oh, not, come on.
Okay.
Well, if it don't have what we want, we're not taking it.
Well, that's
Right.
what I'm saying.
Okay. I wrote it down. You're all set.
Measure twice, cut once.
That's right.
That's it. All right, anything else for other business? No? Okay, how about somebody want to start us off on the manifest?
Yep, I will. Move to sign vendor manifest dated February 15th, 2022, in the amount of $89,156.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
No school payment, huh?
Yeah, move to sign payroll manifest for period January 29th through February 11th, 2023, with a pay date of February 16th, 2023. Total payroll is $79,914.11, which includes $347.13 of ARPA administrative costs.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Move to sign the Veterans Tax Credit for Tax Map 17-7-38, beginning tax year 2024.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Move to sign 2 Veterans Tax Credits for Tax Map 13-3-12, beginning tax year 2023. Husband and wife both qualify.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, move to accept the non-public and public meetings dated February 7th, 2022 as written.
Second.
Second. Oh, sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so, go back here, so that puts us to announcements. I think we can announce 6:30 Thursday night in this room.
Yep.
Meet the candidates night, so be here. It'll also be on cable and Zoom.
So, quick question about that. Are we allowing questions from Zoom, or is it just from people in person?
The moderator will probably allow questions, but if they're not, if they don't pertain to what's the situation, he will just disconnect. We can disconnect those people. This is not supposed to be confrontational.
No. And who's moderating it, Bob?
Bob Desmelic.
Okay.
And I'd like to know, let the board know I may be late because we've got a full boat up there in Concord.
Okay.
There's, did we invite all the, so there's probably more candidates that can go
Yeah.
before
Right.
the BOS, so. All right, so our next meeting would be March
7th.
7th. I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to try to join via Zoom, but just so everybody knows. And then I'll be back for March 14th. My plan is to be not here at the fire station all day. I'll hopefully my wife will be okay with me staying till the count at the end, because there are a couple of people here who are on ballots. So I think it's important that we have, that I'll be here. Are you at least
I've
part of
already
the day?
taken the vacation day or a personal day, and I will be there all day for election day.
And then we'll probably have to get one pro tem at least, so. But there's always, like, I'm sure, actually Trish won't be here, so we'll have to get a pro tem that's available, so. But that'll be 8 to 8 at the fire station, so make sure your calendars are appropriately marked for that one. So, anything else before we adjourn?
So just to clarify, how many pro temps do you need? 2?
Technically, just one.
Okay, just one. Okay.
Yeah, because Matt and I will be there all day, so we just need one more to
Okay.
make the
I would-
third.
It's never a bad thing to have a spare, so, but technically we say this all the time, but technically from the standpoint of the quorum, these guys standing out front holding the sign still can make the quorum. The thing is, at the end of the night, when you have to sign the thing, we don't want either signature on that, so.
I signed the last one,
Did you?
yep, because there weren't no one there.
Oh, okay, so. More on
I just thought I'd let you know.
that. That's good to know. I didn't know that, so.
The last one I was there. Signed off on those.
I don't know. All right. Seeing there is no, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Thank you.